That's because the definition of theory in science is different than the definition of theory in colloquial speech. Here, I'll read it out for you. A scientific theory is an explanation of an aspect of the natural world and universe that has been repeatedly tested and verified in accordance with the scientific method using accepted protocols of observation, measurement, and evaluation of results. Scientific theories are verified by evidence. A scientific theory does not mean a guess. That's called a hypothesis. If you have an idea about how the world works and you're not sure if it's right or not, that's called a scientific hypothesis. You take your hypothesis and then you test it over and over and over again. And if there is data to support that hypothesis, then it becomes a theory. Lots of things that are just correct laws are theories. Gravity is a theory. The medicine that helps us out every day, that's medicinal theory, or surgical theory. The laws of thermodynamics are a theory. The laws of motion are a theory. In fact, everything we call a scientific law is also a theory. In fact, do you know what the difference between a law and a theory is in science? A law is a description of an observed principle, and a theory is an explanation of that principle. It's not that law means more true than theory. So yeah, theory does not mean we don't know. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Theory in science means we know. In fact, the way that we use theory now has kind of been adapted from the meaning of scientific theory. The word theory came about in the 16th century from the root word theoria. That's Greek, and it basically means spectator, or like one who observed. And it was supposed to mean conclusions based on observation. And that was used in the scientific sense pretty much exclusively until people started adapting that for colloquial use. And it was kind of an exaggeration. It was like, hey, I have a theory that Matt's always late because he's lazy. It was like you were saying, oh, I have done all this research and my conclusion is that Matt is late because he's lazy. And so people would use that as an exaggeration to refer to their guesses, which were basically hypotheses. And as language evolved, theory, in a more colloquial use, began to mean a guess. For normal people, it meant, oh, I think this is happening. But its meaning never changed in science. In science, it still means something that has been verified. Theories are tested hypotheses. We have tested gravity because we can drop stuff and measure how fast it falls. And we have tested evolution because we have seen evolution happen. We have done evolution experiments with bacteria and seen how they evolved, even on a timescale that we can observe. So in short, evolution is a theory because we've tested it and we've supported it with evidence, and that's what theory means in science.